In this episode, I have a little bit of a secret to share, so stick around. Hello, fellow dorks and dorkettes, and welcome to It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room. My name is Rob, and in this episode, we got a lot of fun things to look at, but first, the secret that I need to share. It's kind of a small one, but it might be kind of shocking to everybody, so let's just air it right now, get it out there. Until today, I had never been to a toy show. I know, crazy, right? I mean, I've been to plenty of comic conventions, anime conventions, and through those I've gotten my toy fix. But this was the first time I've ever been to a toy show. More specifically, a retro toy show. Today I went to Toys for the Ages, and it was in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. It's a quick drive from the house, so I thought it's about time. I need to go to one of these, and I have to say I was shocked. Not only was it wall-to-wall vendors, I believe they were touting that it was 200 vendors or something of the like, and that was very overwhelming. But what was even more overwhelming about the experience was the amount of people. I mean, anybody that says that toy collecting isn't a big deal, not a lot of people do it, need to go to one of these, because I'm just going to venture a guess and say there were a couple thousand people there just while I was there. Now, I'm a very frugal collector. I always shop on a budget, and believe me, if I didn't have a budget in mind when I went there today, I could have easily have gone crazy. There was everything. Well, not everything. Some things that I would have been looking for were nowhere to be found, but other things were definitely there. I mean, G.I. Joe, check. Thundercats, check. Transformers, double check. They had all the big names. I mean, some vendors were just selling 80s nostalgia items, like Halloween decorations, Christmas decorations, home items, things like that. I mean, there was everything from that to, people selling 3D printed things, which actually looked pretty cool because they had like a full selection of Labyrinth, little statues and figures and stuff. So, yeah, really cool. So, like I said, I went in with a budget in mind, so I didn't go crazy. But the one thing that I wish I would have had more time to explore were these $5 bins. There were dozens of them. Not everyone had them, but there were quite a few. And I could have searched in these bins for hours. But I did not have that opportunity because I brought my kids along. I mean, almost instantly my daughter was like, "Get me the heck out of here." I mean, understandably, that many people, it was hot in there. My son was just concerned about Pokemon and getting cards. So, trying to juggle those two dynamics while also wanting to just dive headfirst into these bins, ended up being a little more stressed than I wanted. And again, I would have loved to comb through these bins for hours, because $5 figure, that's in my ballpark. But I did end up with a good handful of toys from different eras, mostly the 80s, got a couple 90s, and a couple of the 2000s. So without further ado, let's head over here and take a quick look at what I did pick up. Okay, our first toy that I picked up, granted, this wasn't something I was searching for, but this is definitely one of my favorite members of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, or New Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. There's probably been 100 more new ones since he joined in the 80s. But this is Pyro, and this is from Marvel Legends, back when Toy Biz kicked off the line, and he is from 2006. And, I mean, he was just a steal. Yes, there's a newer and better version that came out with a 2-pack with Rogue. But, I mean, this is a pretty nice figure. And Toy Biz had these articulated toes and hands, which a lot of fans don't seem to like. But I never seem to mind. I mean, they get a little loosey-goosey sometimes, and it's kind of hard for them to hold their pose. You know, but I think it's a very nice alternative to getting, you know, extra hands and things like that. So that was one of the first things I picked up. And from what I see online, I paid pretty much what he's going for. So nothing too crazy. Oops. Snake Mountain's backwards. There we go. Okay. Next is from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line. And he came out in 1990 from Playmates, and this is Panda Khan. Of course, none of his accessories, but for $2, heck, I had to get him. And as you can see, I'm still on the mend here. But I have plenty of, you know, weapons laying around. So if I really wanted to equip him, I think he came with a double-bladed axe. I definitely have one of those laying around. So I can hook him up with one of them. But, I mean, he's in decent shape for $2. I mean, heck. Just a mutant animal figure alone, I'm happy with that. I'll play with trying to get him to stand another time. Oh, now he stands perfectly. Okay, next is, and I definitely don't have any of this toy line in my collection, even though it was definitely one of my favorites growing up, just because it was a cheaper alternative to the more expensive Transformers. This is GoBot's Psycho. He is part of the deluxe GoBots that came out. And one of the things that I read about him years and years and years ago that really interested me, that made me want to actually seek this out, is that it's based on the anime Space Cobra that came out in the 80s. And you can actually see in the cockpit Cobra there, and then Lady Armoroid in the other seat. Now, this was originally a machine robo called Psychoroid, and the original stickers said Psychoroid, but these were changed to Future Machine. And it had a missile launcher, I assume here, possibly, that was disassembled and filled in. Because, you know, American kids can't put their eye out.
I mean, a little bit of wear and tear on the chrome pieces, but my son and I transformed him, and yeah, he's good to go. Wheels still look good. I mean, again, that was a steal. Like I said, I was a fan of GoBots. Of course, Transformers was more awesome, but GoBots just seemed to be something that you could pick up a heck of a lot easier. Anyway, that was released by Tonka in America in 1984. Now, these things, I just recently learned of them, and I was surprised at the amount of them at the toy show. And these are Deka Kinkeshi, based on the, what's his name? Kinko Man or whatever. Oh no, Muscles. Yeah, I'm horrible at pronunciation and remembering names. But anyway, these are based on muscle figures, and these were released by Bandai in 1985 in Japan. But these are, you know, larger muscle figures. This is Geronimo. This is Robin Mask. And yeah, they have a little bit of wear and tear on them. I'm going to see if a little toothbrush with some mild soap will help. Oh no, the rubber though, that worries me. And this is Neptune Man. Now, again, they were all over the show. Muscles in general were everywhere. But, I mean, they were going for like $2 a piece, all the way up to, you know, $10, $15 a piece for the little muscles. This was a lot cheaper because these bigger ones, yeah, they ranged in price all over the place. But I found a deal of buy 3 for a certain amount, and I went with it. Kind of wish I would have gotten more, but that was early in the show, and I didn't know what else I'd be stumbling upon by then. Anyway, next figure is another Marvel Legends from the Toy Biz era. And this is Sabretooth. Now, I went with this version of Sabretooth because they had, you know, all those different versions in different forms everywhere. But as you can see, it's a little loosey-goosey. I love the early, like, 70s, early 80s version of Sabretooth. And, you know, this is that version. Now, originally he came in a 2-pack with Wolverine. And honestly, it's, you know, the first incarnation of Wolverine that was in The Incredible Hulk. But it's a real sketchy looking figure. I'm not a big fan of it. So I was never willing to drop the money to buy that 2-pack and not like the Wolverine with it. So very happy that I found him loose. A super great price. And now my Wolverine figures have someone to fight. But yeah. I like the furry boots. I mean, I don't know. I've never been a fan of the 90s version of them. With the headband and the hair sticking out and all that. I like this. I mean, it's very much like his first appearance in Power Man. Or Iron Fist. Oh, I think one of them. Anyway, next is Super Ninja from Chuck Norris Karate Commandos. Now, I don't think his kicking function is working anymore. But you know what? For what I paid, that is completely fine. He also is missing his accessories. But I've never had a Karate Commando figure before, so to be honest, I'm very impressed with how posable they are. I mean, got really good, basic articulation. But again, I got a bunch of extra weapons laying around, so I mean, it won't be as funky as his original sword or foot blade, but I can make something work. Stay there, Cobra Commander. A little loosey-goosey. Might need a little cleaning up, but again, for that price, I was willing. Now, this is something that I definitely am starting to collect. I got 3 of them last year or the year before. And I got 2 more this time around, and I hope to get more one day. But these are the posable Care Bear figures, released by Kenner in 1984. Oh, also, that Sabretooth came out in 2006, so 20 years ago. But I got Tender Heart Bear and Wish Bear. And they can't fit in the Cloud car, unfortunately, because that only has room for 3, but you can hang out around it. Now with these, I think anything under $10 is a steal. So I was able to get them for well under that. So very happy with these additions. And definitely will be getting more down the road. And they had more, but again, trying to stretch my dollar. Now this was in one of the bins for $5, which I think is a pretty average going price for it. But he had his trench coat, and not a lot of them do anymore. I mean, it's just this cheap vinyl. Super kick still works. Bam! The only thing is he's missing his staff. But in '92, when this came out, I had to have it. I mean, Gambit was like the coolest new character ever on X-Men in the comic book. So I definitely had to get it. And I don't know, through the sands of time, I didn't have him anymore. So for $5 with his trench coat, which wasn't on him, I actually found it just laying folded up at the bottom of the bin. So quickly got him dressed. And yeah, paid $5 for him. Like I said, I think that's the going price, but that's without his trench coat. So that's a little bit of my later childhood I wanted to reclaim. Next is a TMNT figure that I've been wanting for a while. Never had it originally. Definitely one of my favorite comic book characters, and I have probably, I don't know, half a dozen different figures and things of him around the laundry room here. But Usagi Ojimbo from 1989, Playmates. Of course, no accessories, just in one of those $5 bins. So I had to get them. Had to dig a little bit. I was just looking at all the turtle figures in the bin and thought, I wonder if they have Usagi. Bam, they did. So I can add him to all of his other Usagi brethren on the shelves and equip him with various ninja weapons and samurai weapons that I have in my little stash. Next, and I'm not even sure what going price is for this toy, but definitely one I wanted when I was a kid. I mean, this came out in '85. Never had him, and he was in one of those $5 bins, but too bad. His legs are a little loose. Other than that, I mean, he's a little dusty. I gotta clean him up. This is the round back version. But I thought, what the heck, I'll add him to my very limited original Masters of the Universe figures that I have. Unfortunately, those were one of those toy lines that my parents threw in the yard sale, donated, and yeah, I had a few growing up and they're pretty much all gone. So I pick up little cheap ones that I see every now and again. So very cool to get Too Bad after all these years. Now the last one is another Marvel Legends figure that I wouldn't go out of my way to get, but the price was just so tempting. And it's a very recent figure. I mean, it's from 2020. And I dig this character when he first was introduced in Captain America. But Crossbones. Now, he comes with 2 sidearms and 2 like sawed-off shotgun looking things. Of course, he didn't have those, but I mean, for as cheap as a price as I paid, that's fine. I can try to find him some G.I. Joe classified weapons to outfit him with. Try to find 2 alike handguns for his holsters at least. But definitely cool to have a villain that can fight, I mean, pretty much anyone in my Marvel Legends collection. Yeah, I gotta pick up a classic Cap one day. Anyway, I mean, nothing too shocking, but I had a blast. Picked up some stuff that, I mean, as I said, there were tons of G.I. Joe. But G.I. Joe's the one thing that I always go for, so I made a conscious effort not to get any G.I. Joe. Try to get stuff that's, you know, off the beaten path for me. I love Marvel Legends, so it's cool to get a couple of them. Reconnect with this Gambit. Get another Usagi. Heck, got a turtle figure I'd never even imagined getting. So, all that aside, very happy with my purchases, but there's a small part of me, because the show is also tomorrow, sneaking up there and digging through some $5 bins, but I don't see that happening, but it would be very awesome if it did. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there, and I hope you enjoyed this little look at this toy haul that Crossbones, toy haul that I got from Toys for the Ages Expo. Yeah, they have apparently something akin to this in Maryland in November. I definitely want to go to that. So look out for a toy haul from that expo down the road. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them, and I love getting back to everybody when I can. And if you're new around here and you enjoyed this or any of the other episodes that YouTube is recommending, please hit subscribe. And if you click on the little bell icon, you'll be notified whenever there's a new episode. So anyway, until next time, thank you so much. Keep being rad and stay